Okay. Mansi, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you guys? How are you doing?
Fine, ma'am.
Okay, great. Let's get started then. Today, as I told you, we'll be looking at unit number 15. That is, I am going to a soccer match. The name of the unit is I am going to a soccer match. Mainly over here, we are going to learn how to make excuses and then we are going to learn how to talk about future. Okay, what are the different ways that we can talk about future in? Now, first thing, you can see some excuses on the screen. You have to look at the, like, you have to read the excuses quickly and then you have to mark which excuses you have used recently. Okay, do it quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
Do it quickly. Tell me once you're done.
Done, ma'am.
Done. Okay, now
Yes.
tell me, have you ever used any of these excuses or have you ever heard any of them?
Ma'am, I heard these uh, many of these excuses,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm I'm not used that.
You haven't used any of them. Okay.
I haven't used.
Okay, now tell me quickly, according to you, which are good excuses and which are bad excuses?
I'm busy that night.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, babysitter means
Babysitter is basically the person who takes care of a baby. Uh,
okay.
आपण काही, like, we hire a person for some time and he takes care of our baby. That person is called a babysitter.
Okay, ma'am.
So, which are good
And
excuses
ma'am,
according to you?
uh, what is meaning of my parents are visiting from out of town?
My parents are visiting from out of town. That means they don't stay with you and they are visiting you.
Okay.
Hmm.
Ma'am, I have to work then. I'm not feeling well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I have class that night.
Mm-hmm.
No,
These are good
I have
excuses.
to that I have to get up early the
Okay.
next morning,
Mm-hmm.
and my parents are visiting from out of town. That is good excuses.
These are good excuses. Okay.
These are good excuses, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't find the babysitter is also good excuse.
Okay.
I thought.
Okay. Now, tell
Yes.
me, according to you, what other excuses can you make for not accepting an invitation? For example, someone is inviting you to go somewhere or do something. So, what are the other excuses that you can make up to not accept that invitation?
Ma'am, I said that I have to completion. I have to complete my assignments, or I have to
Uh huh.
complete my study of exam,
Uh huh.
because my exam is from 15th April.
Okay. Okay.
So that I will give this excuse.
Okay. Great. Next, here we have a conversation. I want you to quickly read the conversation.
Yes, ma'am.
Miguel. The name is Miguel.
Miguel. Say, Miguel, what are you doing tonight? Do you want to go bowling?
Hmm.
I had loved to, but I can't. I am going to a soccer match with my brother.
Hmm.
Oh well, maybe some other time. Are you doing are you doing anything tomorrow? We could go then. Tomorrow sounds fine. I am going to work until 5. So let's go around 6. Okay. Afterward maybe we can afterward maybe we can get some dinner. Sounds great.
Okay, so we have looked at this in the fourth unit, that okay, how do we invite someone and how do we refuse that invitation, correct? I would love to, but I
Yes,
can't, right? And then he's saying
yes,
I am going to a soccer match with my brother. So he is using our going to form over here. Okay, I am going to a soccer match. So no, he is using present continuous tense to talk about future. That's what we are going to look at today, as I told you. Okay, then he asks, are you doing
yes,
anything tomorrow? We can go then, correct? Then she says, I'm going to work until 5. So that is our going to form. We are going to look at that also, so don't worry about it. Yeah, now let us quickly listen to the
yes.
same conversation to understand the conversation better. But is there any confusion in what you read right now? असं काही जे कळलं नाही? Anything
Ma'am,
that...
what is soccer match?
Soccer is nothing but football. That's the American
Okay,
term for it. Okay.
okay. Yes,
There is
ma'am.
of course a little difference, but not much.
Unit
Okay, ma'am.
15. I'm going to a soccer match. Page 100, Exercise 2, Conversation. Making plans. Part A. Listen and practice.
Say, Miguel, what are you doing tonight? Do you want to go bowling?
I'd love to, but I can't. I'm going to a soccer match with my brother.
Oh, well, maybe some other time.
Are you doing anything tomorrow? We could go then.
Tomorrow sounds fine. I'm going to work until 5.
So let's go around 6.
Okay. Afterward, maybe we can get some dinner.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Page
Now let us quickly listen to the second part of the conversation. Here you have to focus on the question, when are they going to have dinner and who are they going to meet after dinner. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
100, Exercise 2, Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. When are they going to have dinner? Who are they going to meet after dinner?
After we're done bowling, do you want to go to the Chinese palace for dinner?
Sure. I love their food. We can go around 8 o'clock. That's not too late. You know, maybe Jason can join us.
Yeah. Hey, Jason, what are you doing tomorrow night? Do you want to join Miguel and me for dinner? We're going to the Chinese palace at 8.
I have to work till 8:30, but why don't I meet you afterward?
That'd be great, Jason.
Okay. When are they going to have dinner and who are they going to meet after dinner?
They are they are going at 8 o'clock
Mm-hmm. They're going to have dinner
and
at 8 o'clock.
they are going to din-
They're going to have.
they,
Have.
they
They're
are
going.
going to have dinner at 8 o'clock
Hmm.
and after dinner they meet Mary Jason.
They'll meet Jason. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. So, as I told you, in today's part, we are going to look at how to talk about future with present continuous and then how to talk about future with going to form. That's what we are going to look at. So, you might remember we have already looked at present tense before, present continuous tense before, correct? And we have already looked at this rule also, that we can use present continuous tense to talk about future also, but that needs to be near future, first thing. And second thing, if we are using present continuous tense to talk about future, we need future time adverbials with them. Okay, for example, I'm going to a soccer match with my brother tonight. करेक्ट, सो वी नीड दैट टुनाइट, नहीं तो ऐसे लगता है कि वो एक्शन अभी हम कर रहे हैं, सो दैट बिकम्स इनकरेक्ट. अंडरस्टूड? नाउ
Yes.
Along with that, the second way we can talk about future is going to form. Now what is going to form? Going to form is nothing but, it's not exactly a tense we can say, but it's called going to form, which is used to talk about future. But the going to that we are using over here, ये बोलने के लिए हम नहीं यूज कर रहे कि हम जाने वाले हैं, ऐसे. It's just like our helping verb over here. Okay, so we will start with our subject. We will use the verb be by changing it to is, am, are according to the subject. Then we will use going to, and then after going to we will use the main verb. So the way you said, they are going to have dinner at 8. Correct? They are going to have dinner at 8. So have is the main verb over here. Okay? Going to is like
Yes.
our helping verb part over here. Yeah? So I'm going to play all day tomorrow. I'm going to be traveling tomorrow. That's how I will say it. Okay? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
That's the only rule that we need to know over here. Now, let's look at the examples. If we are talking about present continuous tense, then we will say, what are you doing tonight? I am going to a soccer match. Are you doing anything tomorrow? No, I am not. That's how we will say it. But if we are talking about going to form, then we will say, what is she going to do tomorrow? So, do is the main verb. She is going to work until 5. Work is the main verb. Are they going to be bowling? Yes, they are. So going to go is also correct. Okay, आपण असं पण use करू शकतो, going to go. Now, I already told you, whenever we are talking about future, we'll use the time expressions which are given on the night, right? That is tonight, tomorrow, on Friday, this weekend, next week. These kind of wordings we will use over here. So you already have the present continuous tense rules. Just write down the rule for going to form, the sentence structure for going to form. Write it down quickly, and then we'll do the exercise.
Done, ma'am.
Done? Okay. Now, quickly try doing this exercise. Okay, in the column A, you are going to use present continuous tense. In the column B, you are going to use going to form. And then you are going to match the responses.
Done, ma'am.
Done? Okay. Tell me the answers
Yes.
quickly.
Ma'am, part A. First,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing? What are you doing tonight? Would you like to go out?
Correct.
Second, are you doing anything on Friday night? Do you want to see a movie?
Mm-hmm.
Third, we having friends
We are.
over
We
for
are.
a
We are.
we are having friends over for a barbecue on Saturday on Sunday. Would you and your parents like to come?
Mm-hmm.
Fourth, are you are you staying in town next weekend? Do you want to go for a hike?
Very good. Correct.
Part B. A. I am being here on Saturday,
I am
but
going
not
to.
on Sun.
Going to form use correct. I am going to be
I
here.
am I am going to be here on Saturday, but
Mm-hmm.
not Sunday. Let's try and go on Saturday.
Very good. Correct.
B. Well, my father is
Is going to visit.
going to visit.
Is going
My
to
father
visit.
is going to visit my brother at college, but
Mm-hmm.
my mother and I am going to be home.
Are going to be home. We would love to come.
My mother and I
Are going to be home.
are going to be home.
Hmm.
We would love to come.
Very good.
See, sorry, I can't. I'm I'm going to work overtime. How about tomorrow night?
Hmm.
D. Can we go to a late show? I am going to stay at the office till 7.
Very good. And responses are 1C, 2D, 3B, 4A. Correct? Very good.
Yes.
Next, over here, we have a word power exercise. You will do this exercise for homework. Okay. Now, what you have to do over here, there are three types of leisure activities given over here. First one is a spectator sports. What do we mean by spectator? बगनारे देखने वाले लोग जो रहते हैं उनको spectators बोलते हैं. Okay. So the first one is spectator sports. Example, baseball game. Correct? Cricket. It's a spectator sports. Then we have friendly gatherings. Friendly gatherings are nothing but where all the friends come together. For example, birthday party. That's a friendly gathering. Then we have live performances. Live performances, for example, a rock concert is a live performance. Correct? So you will just put them into the correct categories over here. It's an easy exercise.
Ma'am, what is barbecue?
Barbecue is barbecue. it's kind of it's kind of a friendly gathering, but over there, have you ever been to Barbecue Nation or any other barbecue? Okay, so
No, ma'am.
basically
I
barbecue.
heard barbecue word, but I
Okay,
don't know
बारबेक्यू
meaning
मतलब
of that.
खाना अपने जो कोल रहता है ना उस पर रोस्ट करते हैं. Okay, so that is called barbecue. So in India, of course, we don't do it at home. We go to restaurants, correct? But abroad, what they do is उनका जो आंगन रहता है या फिर उनका जो गार्डन रहता है इन दैट दे ऑर्गेनाइज अ बारबेक्यू लाइक दे हैव बारबेक्यू मशीन्स एट होम दे ऑर्गेनाइज अ बारबेक्यू दे रोस्ट ओवर देयर एंड देन ऑल द फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली मेम्बर्स दे सिट टुगेदर एंड ईट ओवर देयर with food and drinks and everything. That's what barbecue is basically. Okay, so it's a kind of a
Okay.
gathering over there, but in India we don't have a gathering for barbecue. We only go to hotels when we want to eat barbecue as such.
Yes.
Correct? But yeah, the
Yes.
coal gives a different kind of taste to food. Okay, so that's the only plus point to it over there. Now, next over here we have a conversation again. But as this is a phone conversation, we are going to listen to it. Okay?
Yes.
I'm going to play the conversation. Pay attention.
Page 102, Exercise 7, Conversation. Can I take a message? Part A. Listen and practice.
Good morning, Parker Industries.
Hello. May I speak to Ms. Graham, please?
I'm sorry, she's not in. Can I take a message?
Yes, please. This is Mr. Kale.
Is that G-A-L-E?
No, it's K-A-L-E.
All right.
Please tell her our meeting is on Friday at 2:30.
Friday at 2:30.
And could you ask her to call me this afternoon? My number is 646-555-4031.
646-555-4031. Yes, Mr. Kale. I'll give Ms. Graham the message.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, so that name is Kale, as it's non-Indian name. Kare nahi hai te. Okay, it's a non-Indian name, so
Yes.
it's Kale. Yeah. Now the conversation was pretty easy, correct? But now, like, you must have observed how they were asking the questions of, could you ask her to call me this afternoon? She's not in. Can I take a message? These are the phrases that we use when we take calls professionally, we could say. Okay, now same way we are going to listen to three more calls. You have to write down the names of the callers. Okay, so pay attention and observe the phrases also, the way they are using it. Okay, polite phrases.
Page 102, Exercise 7, Part B. Listen to 3 other calls. Write down the callers' names.
Good morning, Parker Industries.
Hello. May I speak to Ms. Graham, please?
I'm sorry, she's not in. Can I take a message?
Yes. This is Tom Lee from the Beijing office. Can you ask her to call me back? She has the number.
Of course, Mr. Lee. Good morning, Parker Industries.
Hello. Is Ms. Graham there?
I am afraid she's not in. Can I take a message?
Yes. This is Susan Brown. Please have her call me back as soon as possible. The number is 846-555-9037.
Yes, Ms. Brown. I'll give her the message. Good morning, Parker Industries.
Hi. Is Mom there? This is Kelly.
Oh, hi, Kelly. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Listen, your mom isn't here right now, but I'll tell her you called.
Okay.
Okay, now what are the names of the
Yes.
callers? What were the
And first
names?
it is
Mm-hmm.
Tom Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Second is Susan Brown. And third is Kelly.
Okay, one second. Tom Lee, Susan Brown, Kelly. Very good, correct. Now, just the way we observe the sentences in the conversation, we are going to see how to take messages for someone else. Okay, so usually when we take message for someone else, or even if we are asking someone to take message for someone, this is how we will take it. Okay, we will use the words tell and ask to give the message. If it's a normal statement, then we will use tell with it. Okay, for example, please tell her that the meeting is on Friday. So what is the phrase that we are using? The meeting is on Friday. So we will say please tell her. Of course we want to be polite, correct, because हम किसी को बता रहे हैं कि ये मेरे लिए काम करो करके, उसको बता दो करके. So we'll be polite, we'll say please tell her the meeting is on Friday, or please tell her that the meeting is on Friday. Or we could also make it a question and say, could you tell her the meeting is on Friday, or would you tell her the meeting is on Friday? If we are requesting someone to do something, okay, for example, I am asking you to tell your mom to do something for me. Okay, so basically it's going via and I'm telling you to tell your mom and request it on my behalf, correct? So it's a request, so I will use the word ask over here. Please ask him to call me this afternoon. could you ask him to call me this afternoon, or would you ask him to call me this afternoon? So that's how you would request someone to do something for you. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Write down the rules to it quickly. I have already explained it. I'm sure you don't have any doubts. Just try to write it down.
Done, ma'am.
Next slide. Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now, quickly try doing this exercise. Over here, the words are scrambled. You have to unscramble them. Okay. Do it quickly.
Done, ma'am.
Done? Okay, tell me the answers.
Ma'am, first one.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me that
Please tell
is the
Ryan. Ryan. Please tell Ryan. You're giving a message,
Ryan.
na?
Yes. Ryan, please tell Ryan, please tell that is the barbecue on Saturday.
Nahi re Papa. Please tell Ryan that the barbecue is on Saturday. You're giving a message for someone else, na? So, how do you
Yes.
tell your friend to tell other friend? Correct? Same way.
Yes.
Please tell
Okay.
Ryan that the barbecue is on Saturday.
Okay. Yes.
Next.
Second, could you ask to could you ask to Patrick call me at 12?
Could you ask Patrick to call me?
Could you ask okay. तू आधी नाही का घ्यायचं मॅम?
नाही नंतर येणार ते. ठीक आहे.
Okay. Yes.
हम्म.
Third, could you could you tell that could you tell that
Could you tell Amy that? First the
could you
subject and
tell
then that.
okay could you tell Amy that the task the dance performance is tonight?
Very good. Next.
Ma'am, actually I am taking the names at the end.
It's fine.
Yes. Fourth, would you tell Celia that the picnic is in the park?
Very good. Correct.
Fifth, would you ask Noriko to meet me at the stadium?
Very good. You understood.
Yes. Sixth, sixth, please ask to Jason.
Please ask Jason to bring.
Please ask Jason to bring the tickets to the rock concert.
Very good. Okay. So now I have put the answers in the group also. In your notes, make the corrections. Okay, when you revise it. Now next over here we have a writing exercise which as usual you will do for homework. You have to think about unusual messages that you can ask three people in our class or in your class also. Okay, some unusual requests basically. For example, could you tell Brian to wear two different color socks tomorrow? Or please tell Jeff that our class tomorrow is at midnight. Okay, these are unusual म्हणजे असे आपण requests कधी करत नाही. So something funny. Try to make at least 3 requests and put it in a group itself. Okay. Next over here we have pronunciation of could you and would you. Now when we say could you and would you, we try to make it into two different words, correct? But as we are speaking in a pace, usually the sounds of could you and would you get mixed. Okay, the u sound gets mixed with could and would over here. That's what we have to understand. Could you tell her the meeting is on Friday? Would you ask him to call me this afternoon? That's the only
मॅम
part.
दोन्हीचे मीनिंग सेमच आहेत ना?
The meanings are same. Okay, only with could you and would you don't use please. With a normal statement you will use please. Yeah, that's the
Yes.
only difference.
मग मॅम हे दोन्ही वेगळे का घेतले? Like could you
different
would you एकच का नाही
different
घेतलं?
ways to ask question, you can't use same phrases every time, correct? You need different
Okay.
phrases to make the questions, so you can ask
Yes.
in three different ways. Okay, that's the only part we are
Yes.
learning over here. Next, last exercise of the day, we have a listening exercise. Okay, here I am going to play the audio. You have to listen to the audio, and in the format which has been given over here, you're going to take the message for uh, you're going to listen to telephone calls to Mr. Lin and Miss Carson. You're going to write down the messages for them. Okay, understood? And
Yes,
usually when
ma'am.
we write messages for someone, this is the format that we follow. Nowadays, of course, we don't have the concept of taking messages for someone, but say if you work in some company, then over there you have to take messages for your boss or for someone else, and then you just stick it on their table, so whenever they are available they can see the message. Yeah, that used to be the concept, but nowadays we don't follow that because we have WhatsApp, where we immediately update the person. Correct? That's the thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me play the audio.
Page 104, Exercise 11.
Is the audio audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Listening. Taking a message. Listen to telephone calls to Mr. Lin and Ms. Carson. Write down the messages. 1.
Good afternoon, MBI. May I help you?
Hello. I'd like to speak to Mr. Lin, please.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lin is in a meeting right now. Would you like to leave a message?
Yes, please. This is Mrs. Paris of City Car Center.
Mrs. Paris. Is that Paris?
Yes, that's right. Please ask him to call me at the City Car Center before 3:30 this afternoon. It's very important.
All right. And your number, please?
718-555-3290.
718-555-3290?
That's it.
Okay. I'll ask him to call you before 3:30, Mrs. Paris.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Did you get the information for the first call?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now for the second call.
2.
This is Software Systems. Good morning.
Good morning. May I speak to Ms. Carson, please?
Do you mean Mrs. Carter?
No, Carson. Ms. Wendy Carson. She's new there.
Let me check. Oh, yes. Let me try to connect you. Hold on. I'm sorry. There's no answer. May I take a message?
Yes, would you please ask her to call Sam at First National Bank?
Sam at First National Bank.
The number is 914-555-1187, extension 313.
914-555-1187, extension 313?
That's right.
Okay, I'll give her the message.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay, did you get all the information?
Yes, ma'am.
Extension is nothing, but whenever you are working in a big office, usually these big offices have a common number, correct? But of course, every
Yes.
person, every employee has different phone connections on their table, correct? So when you dial that
Yes.
particular extension, you reach that particular person. Okay, for example, say I'm working in MIT ADT, and the common number is say 4128000, but when you put my extension say 121, you will reach my table directly, like you will reach out to my phone directly, it won't go to the common call. Okay, so that's what
Yes, ma'am.
extensions are for. Ata nowadays, of course, we don't have that concept. We rarely use extensions and landline numbers. We directly reach out to people on their phone numbers. That's on mobile, correct? So
Yes.
it's a little outdated concept, but it's still there. Okay, many people still use extensions. Understood? Now I'm putting the
Yes, ma'am.
details in the group. Just check your answers quickly. I'm putting the answer over here in the group basically. Check your answer quickly.
Okay.
Just 1 second. So the answer to the first one was to Mr. Lean, to Mr. Lin, and the call was from Mrs. Paris of City Car Center. The phone number was 718-555-3290. The message was
Yes.
call Mrs. Paris before 3:30 this afternoon. Very important. Okay. And
Yes.
the second is to Wendy Carson from Sam of First National Bank. The number was 914-555-1187 and the extension was 313. The message was call Sam at the bank.
Bank.
Yeah, very good.
Yes.
That's how you take someone's information. Now, next you
Yes.
have the reading exercise, which you will do for homework as usual. Okay, and with this we are done with the unit 15th. Okay, I told you already that the unit 15 is kind of easy, but if everyone would have been there, then we would have practiced how to speak on a call also. But as we don't have everyone with us, we'll not be able to do that. But if possible, try to practice it with your siblings or with your mom or with your classmates whenever possible. Okay, you have the conversation with you. These are the common phrases that we use when we are talking on call professionally. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
these are good etiquettes. Basically, you should know, if you happen to take a call for someone, you should know how to talk to the person. That's the only reason we are doing this. Okay. Okay,
Yes.
any questions, any doubts, anything that you did not
मॅम
understand?
ॲक्च्युली मी
Mm-hmm.
आपले युनिटचे रिक्वेस्ट पाठवलेलं तुम्हाला
Okay,
11 नंतरच्या
पाठवलंय
युनिट
का?
11 पासून हो 16
Okay.
पर्यंत पाठवलं.
Okay, okay, I'll check and I'll give the access.